we are doubly, quadruply, whatever, challenging the high school band. Their challenge is that, what was it now, about a week and a half ago, they did a floor show, and they've had to get ready for the home basketball games, and we just started on the Christmas music, what, was it a week ago yesterday? I think is when we actually started hitting it hard. We touched on it a day here and a day there before that, but they really just started practicing on this stuff last week. So they're going to show you why I guess they are the high school band. And this first one is a really neat piece. If you like Joy to the World at all, this is a fanfare, kind of a fantasy on Joy to the World, and the main theme passes all the way through the band, all the way from the flutes down to the tubas. And see if you can pick up where they happen at. It's a really nice piece, really nice piece of music. before we get into the last one here, we need to do one more. Okay, I guess we'll go ahead and do that first one. Think about it. Hi. 386-538. 538. Here? All right. Donna, have you got it? Need to make one other quick announcement. I know several of the 6th, 7th, 8th graders ordered band jackets, and I'm afraid I have received some bad news from Manford's. The company that Manford's orders their jackets from is 3 weeks behind on all of their orders. So I know many of you were hoping to have those by Christmas. Cross your fingers, but I'm not going to guarantee that they're going to be here. It looks like it'll probably be that first week after Christmas break. So my apologies, but there's not a whole lot I can do when the company doesn't have them. Junior high, there's about 8 or 9 kids over there. You guys know who you are. You stayed after school. Would you guys all stand up real quick? Come on, don't be bashful, stand up. I had this group stayed after school today and helped me move 90% of the equipment that's out here, and I really appreciate all of their help. Thank you. And I also appreciate all of you who helped out beforehand. When we're trying to do basketball and band and 20 other things at the same time in the same place, it gets a little tough. I would like to have a little bit of help if I can, please, when we get done. We need to get the chairs back over in the racks, and I need to get the stands and some of the other items that need to go back to the other building. Probably the best thing to do would be to move those up on the stage. So if I could get some help, if several of you will do that, we'll get it done real quick, and I would appreciate it so I can go home. Okay, thank you all very, very much for coming tonight. I know that sometimes the middle of the week is bad, and Christmas time is always bad because you've got other parties to go to and shopping to get done and all of those things. But we enjoy putting on a concert like this for you and hope that you enjoy it. The last one that the high school band is going to play, as I told them in class, I don't know if it was today or yesterday, I really loaded them up with some pretty heavy music. And some of you, your ears may be getting a little bit tired by now because that was some pretty thick stuff. Well, we're going to really, really lighten it up now. Last spring we played a song called Evening at the Symphony, and it was really fun. They had a good time playing it and got to experience some of the really good classical pieces of music. Well, the guy that arranged that has now done a Christmas version, and if you'll listen, I typed in the program for those of you who got them, and I apologize the first about 100 of you or so who came in. I forgot to get them out to the ladies at the front desk, so that's my fault. But anyway, you'll see the classical music that we're going to play, and the thing I want you to do is listen to how this guy has arranged some Christmas music that intertwines with all the classical music. And I can tell you, my favorite part and their favorite part, at the very end of this thing, we go into the 1812 Overture, and Silent Night, believe it or not, what a contrast, is playing over the top of it. So it's kind of neat. But again, thank you all very much for coming tonight. High school band's going to do their last one, and I hope you really enjoyed it.